Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Are you doing good? Are you doing okay? Is it cold? Is it hot? Are you warm? That's the same question. I've been great, in case you're wondering. I've been amazing. It's been a busy couple of days, but the best kind of busy because you get to hang out with your friends. You get to spend a lot of time with them. You get to do fun stuff. You get to celebrate their birthdays. You get to celebrate Valentine's Day. You get to chill when you come back home and sit with your family and watch a movie kind of day. Those are my favorite kind of days and kind of busy because I'm not being stuck doing some work or anything. I'm actually stuck doing something that I love. So, I guess it's time to say welcome back to another episode of Processing with Mihika. And what have we been doing for the past few days? Let's debrief a little. So let me start with today. Okay, so the thing is, this is so like, but the thing is, okay, this morning when I was going to uni, I was heading to my campus and I was in the train. So I walk in the train, I'm just busy looking at my phone and I'm just listening to songs and I'm trying to like avoid making eye contact because like I don't want to make eye contact. I don't want to do anything. And I just feel like someone's like looking at me. I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't know. Like, you somebody's staring at you, you kind of get a sense of like, okay, I'm being looked at. You just like have this feeling, but you don't really want to do anything about it. So I'm just like keeping my head down. I'm like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. But then it was going on for so long that I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna check what it is. I look around. First, I look this way. I come back around. And I look straight at a baby looking at me. A cute little baby. Oh my gosh. Babies will have the strongest staring contest with you. Like, they have no awareness. They have no clue that you're not supposed to be staring at people for that long. But the baby was so cute, you guys. Like he was just in a baby bag and his mom's fully like invested outside the window and he's just like, she, whatever baby was, like they're in the bag and they're just kind of like leaning their head like this and then it's like kind of like it's not balanced exactly. It's like it's almost on the edge of like going like that. But the staring contest, oh my god. I feel like I don't know. I don't know why this happens. I feel like babies just stare at anything, but it might be because among Japanese people, I was a very different looking girl in the train. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like I know that babies identify faces when they're in like their initial stages. Not identify, but like they can tell the difference. Like this is my mom and then like, whatever. But yeah, the baby was staring and I was like, oh my gosh. Like at first I was like, what if it's like some creep? What if it's like an uncle? What if it's like a weird like I don't know, like an old auntie or like a grandma looking at me and I'm like, oh I don't want to deal with that. Well, actually, there's nothing to deal with, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't want that. But the baby, oh my god, I was actually really happy about it because, like, it's like not gonna lie, like a baby liking you and like a dog or a cat or like any pet liking you is like the same feeling. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be liked by them. You want them to come to you. You want them to like, when a baby comes to you, you want them to like stop crying. It's such an achievement. Like when that happens, oh my god. Like I feel like I'm on top of the world. This might sound a little insane, but I mean, I think the thing is, I think I've always had a little bit of a baby fever. It just like it comes and goes. It's not like constantly there, you know? It comes and goes. But yeah, it is a very like continuous fever of mine and even dogs. I love dogs. I don't know. I love them. Like I have I do have my favorite breeds, but like just dogs in general. Cats I've never really hung around with or like played with, even though some of my friends do have cats, but I haven't had the chance to like hang out with cats that much, so I can't really say anything. But I myself had a dog. Um, I grew up with dogs actually, like just around me, And even my mom, my dad, they always had dogs. So it's like it's more like if I ever had a pet, or if I'm ever gonna get a pet, if I ever get a pet, it's probably gonna be a dog. Cause I just think they're so adorable, and it's just like I feel like yes, all pets are, they need care, they need maintenance, da 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 da. But dogs are just so fun, and like I feel like if you have a dog, you yourself have to be active too, because they need to like take walks, they want to go out to pee, and you have to just be like, okay, you know what, whenever my dog needs to do something, I need to be up and running about it. So yeah, I think as far as I know, again, never really grew up with cats, but or had a cat, but cats are a little bit more like laid back. They're just doing their own thing, and when they want food, they come to you. That's what I've heard. I'm sure they love you back too, but I feel like from what I've seen and heard, that I feel like dogs are a little bit more reciprocative of that love. I don't know. Just to like connect with that, I guess. So kind of like just take you back into a little bit of a catch up and into the topic. We had Galentine's Day on Saturday. We apparently Galentine's Day is supposed to be on the 13th. I didn't know that, but it says that you can celebrate it any day you want because it's just a day for your girls. So I guess every day is Galentine's Day in that sense. But Galentine's supposed to be on 13th, but we did it on the 14th. And as I mentioned, we were going to go into a nice restaurant. It was really nice, fancy. A lot of people were there. Not necessarily. Okay, so the thing is, we thought we were going to be somewhere in the middle of the restaurant, but we luckily got like the inside rooms, a separate room, and that was really nice. Like I know it wouldn't have bothered us if we were in the middle of stuff, but it was just nice to have like a separate room. We were having our own little jokes, like tea and everything. It was really nice, and the food was amazing. The food was absolutely fantastic, delicioso. And what else? We It was just in Valentine's Day, like, everybody getting together. We took so many pictures. Oh my gosh. I actually have to check the pictures that my friend took for me because, oh my God, I'm really excited to post them on Instagram. So please follow me on Mihika Gandhi underscore on IG. Anyways, I have to post them. So I have to check them. So I am really excited to do that too. I think I should be doing that today. We took a lot of pictures, had dessert, and spaghetti, pasta, pizza. We had this I might be messing up the pronunciation, but patatas bravas. Actually, the thing is, I've had something like that back in Barcelona. It's an appetizer, but it was just potato. Like we just got potato that time. But this one in the restaurant was with this really like spicy sauce, and it kind of reminded me of like the actually my friend said this, and she mentioned it being a specific type of Manchurian that you get in Indian weddings. That's what it tasted like. And she was right. When I tried it, it genuinely did taste like that. Like it was actually spot on. I don't know how to explain it, but if you have ever been to an Indian wedding and had a Manchurian there and it's been spicy, then that's exactly what that sauce tasted like. It was yummy, but it was really, really spicy. And me being a wannabe Indian girl, I don't do that well with spices. Like it's kind of sad. I actually feel like something went wrong here because I should be okay. But and it's like it's so weird. Okay, so this might just be a Mihika thing, but I'm okay when it's in like things that I like. So if pasta's spicy or pizza's spicy, that's okay. But if it's like sabji is spicy. Sabji basically means so the thing is everybody just like kind of generalizes curry as curry, like what we eat with our chapati, naans and breads. But sabji is like the more less gravy version of it. So we have everything is sabji for us. Curry is really not a word. we use curry. Curry is again, it's so complicated to explain this. I don't know why I dived into this, but I guess now that I've started, I'm just gonna complete my thought. But curry, what I know, like, so I come from a different state of India. I'm from Rajasthan. So in Rajasthan, curry is made with yogurt and like, they have like um certain spices in there, and then they like put like, so the spices are kind of heated up in oil, and then they kind of just swirl it around and then put it in the yogurt and the water mixture. So that's what curry. It's salty. You can have it with rice, you can have it with chapati, roti, whatever you want to eat with it. And usually there is a side of sabji, which is like, it can be aloo ki sabji, which is potato sabji. Sabji is basically like, you have raw spices put in there, and potato, and then you put a little bit of oil, mix it together, and it's like, it's the less gravy version of a curry, if that makes sense. Okay? I'm not going to further explain this. If you have questions, search it on your own or put it down in the comments, and I can do a whole episode on that too. But I would probably not be the right person to answer this question, so I would rather have you search it up. Anyways, so where was I? Oh my god, where was I? So basically, I don't sense spice when it's in my favorite foods, but I sense it when it's in things that I don't like. And I'm not a big fan of Indian food. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why. Even my brother, he loves sabji roti, but I, on the other hand, don't. And I become like the villain of the house, where it's like, Mihika does not eat anything. Mihika won't like this. Mihika can't eat this. Mihika doesn't want this. It's not like, oh, Mihika doesn't want this. It's more like, Mihika can't eat this, na. Like, Mihika to nahi khayegi type of thing. It's kind of like a degrading. Like, it's not like, oh, Mihika nahi khayegi, let's make something else. It's more like, Mihika nahi khayegi, so we'll have to eat whatever she wants to eat type of thing. It's more of a compromising sentence, if you get what I mean. But yeah, basically, when there's spice in something that I like, I'm okay with it. Anyways, the food was really good. We had a really good time. Later on, me and my friends stayed back and we took more pictures, as we always do. And I'm really excited to see them. So please follow me on Instagram. I beg of you. I don't beg. Actually, I don't beg. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But follow me still. Okay? Anyways, the next day was actually something that we had been waiting for a very long time, because we had been planning this since the few a few weeks in Jan, and then the entirety of Feb, because it was one of my best friend's birthdays, and she was turning 25, and we were really really excited. And this time we had to do something different, because every time our birthday celebrations revolve around the same idea of like, okay, we'll get together, have dinner, go to a bar, maybe stay the night out, or maybe come back and just chill. That's usually, and like, give a gift from our side, just like, happy birthday. But it was her 25th, and this is the first time that we are celebrating a 25th birthday. So, like, yeah, I mean, everybody in our group. No, this is the second time. But yeah, as her being my best friend and the trio that we are in, we decided that we were going to do a whole 25 gifts for her. And spoiler alert, she loved it. It was really nice. Oh my gosh, it was really wholesome. We had messages from her parents, we had messages from her close friends. It was like, and like, just gifts that she would use. Like, it's so satisfying to find things that your friend would actually love, because sometimes, like, even when you celebrate so many birthdays together, yes, you get to learn about the person, but also it kind of becomes redundant. Like, it's like, what do I gift her? Like, I've already given her like basic things that I can. What do I give her that's like actually going to be like, okay, this is something that she will definitely love and use in her life? So it was a struggle to gather things and like just brainstorm ideas to see what she might like at the end of the day. But the moment we kind of got a grip of things, and like we kind of got a hang of it, everything just started popping up on its own. And my friend actually did sorry, my other friend did the majority of the shopping, And I had gathered most of the accessories. And since my friend wanted to read a lot this year, I got her a book. I got her Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. And of course, I had it been recommended to me from TikTok, but I got the book myself before and I read it and I really, really liked it. And I think that she might like it too. So we'll see how that goes because I just gifted it to her yesterday and I hope she liked it. I hope she had a read and, like, it's just so exciting. And it's a big girl gift. I've never given somebody a book. I know it's a very common gift to give, but I've never given a book to anybody. So I'm really excited and I really want to hear what she has to say. And I would love if she annotated on it and made it like her. It's just so exciting. I hope she loves it. That's my entire that book was the highlight of the gifts that I wanted to give her because that was one thing that the moment she told me I was like this year she wants to read, I will get her a book. I also actually got her a second book. But the thing is, it's completely off. This one's like coming of age, everything I know about love, girly and nice and good vibes. The other one was by Edgar Allan Poe. So the thing is, it was recommended as like a book to it's a small book, very few pages, I think a few hundred pages. And I forgot the name of it. Something Morgue Murders, something something. So obviously a very like eerie and kind of weird title of a book to give to somebody on their birthday. But it did say it was going to get you out of a rut of not being able to. If you want to read, this would be the book to get you out of the rut. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll get it. I just opened the book, read a few pages. Zero. I understood nothing. I absolutely understood nothing. Not a single word. I did not gather any of it. I read how many? 5 pages just to maybe if I read more, I might understand it. So difficult. I've read Edgar Allan Poe's poems in school, and I think the one that stayed with me the most was The Raven, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it was Annabeth, about his wife. Because the thing is, the when I read it first for the first time, I still didn't get it, and maybe if I read it again, I wouldn't be able to explain it word for word. But in school you have your teachers to explain the meaning of the poems and what it what symbolizes what and what's a metaphor for what type of thing. So at that time, The Raven, I think we spent a whole semester on The Raven. So that stuck with me for that reason. And then Annabeth just had such a like visualization in my mind because there's I don't want to say something that's gonna get but yeah, if you've ever read it, you know what I'm talking about. There's this visualization of a tomb and everything, and just a little creepy. Not a little, quite creepy. So that's why that stayed with me. And there's also a Telltale. Oh God, yes, that one. That one also. Oh my God, so scary. But that's a good read. I think that one was the easiest one to understand. So I would really, if anybody is interested in reading scary eerie stories, you should read Telltale Hearts because that one was also, yeah, it was kind of crazy. I might sound like I read a lot of books. No, I don't. But for a very long time when I was in high school, I was lied to by my parents that I didn't have 4G in my phone even though I did. And they used to tell me that if I used cellular data, that it was going to cost us a buttload of money. So I never dared to do that, and so I had to read on my way back into school because it used to take me 2 hours to just go once. So 4 hours of my day, I had to do something. So that's why I used to rent out books from my school library, and I used to read those. So I have actually read all the Pretty Little Liars. If you ask me if I remember anything, no, but I have read them, and they were quite interesting. I really liked them at that time. Then I have also read Haruki Murakami. I hope I said that right. Well, the thing is, there is this one book of his that I kind of remember. You know what? I'm just gonna put it out here because okay, if you guys can help me with story it was, because I really can't remember. Even if I've searched on the internet, I can't find it. And if it's some other writer, tell me please, because I keep on thinking it's Haruki Murakami, but I could be wrong. Okay, so there is this girl and a boy, okay, and they meet at a hotel or something, and they're both lonely. And oh my gosh, I'm spacing out so much. I read this such a long time ago. I think I was in junior high or something. But yeah, they're both lonely and they're both talking about like their life, and like the girl, it's a very quiet story, but it's really nice and I remember really liking it. I don't remember what story it was. Like I don't remember what happened in it, but I remember it being really nice and I remember reading all of it. So I don't know. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then please help me out. It's definitely Haruki Murakami as far as I remember. I could be wrong, but it was set in Japan. I'm really hoping that I'm correct, but I could be wrong. So, yeah. Anyways, enough about books. But yeah, when we were so afterwards, after the whole gift giving and everything, we were just sitting and chilling and we were talking, and my friends asked me, we were just doing like a random question and answer thing. We do that all the time. We love to ask each other questions. Like we've done, of course, like the basic stuff, truth or dare, would you ever, or would you ever? That's the game, right? Never have I ever. Like those kind of questions. But we then initially it starts with this, and then we go into a deep dive of like other questions that bring out the deeper stuff. So that's one of our favorite things to do. And so we were just sitting around and we were asking each other. So I think, yeah, my friend asked us, oh, so like, what's your love language? And I don't know where I heard this from, but somebody recently said that love languages are a scam. I don't know. See, I said that to them and they were like, what? I'm like, I just heard that from somewhere. Like, I don't know if I necessarily believe in it because I haven't really thought about it that much, but in a way, maybe I agree with it. I don't know. 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 Don't look at me like that, okay? I'm still figuring stuff out. That's why it's called processing with Mihika. Let's claim stuff with Mihika, okay? But I don't know. I don't personally think it's a scam because I don't think there's just one love language, you know? It's like so many things factor into a love language. I can't just be like, oh yeah, this is my love language. Only this is my love language. No, a lot of things matter. For me, the biggest thing would be like somebody who can like reassure my feelings, and like when I'm overthinking, they're able to like reassure me that okay, no, everything's fine. Da. That might be the biggest one because that's something that I usually think I would struggle with because of just like life experiences and everything. I think that might be the biggest one. But I also do eventually want to go head into like physical touch, gift giving, cooking for somebody, um respecting one another. I think all of these things factor into love languages, don't they? I don't know. You can't just have one because one can't define everything. Like, just him being reassuring is not going to fix all of our problems. And just me gift giving is not going to fix everything for him. Like it's a lot more complicated. You can't just have one thing defining an entire relationship, if you know what I mean. Right? Like I don't know. I genuinely want to know other people's opinion on this, but I was thinking about this because like I think we start like she asked a question and I said that sentence, and then like I mentioned reassurance and my friend mentioned physical touch, and then she answered, the girl who asked the question answered, and yeah, like it's like, but you can't just have one. There's a lot of things that factor into it. So like, for example, right, if I am not respectful of my partner and they're not respectful of me, the first thing that needs to be fixed is that we need to be respectful to each other. Then there is going to be any love language there, right? And then just one love language wouldn't work. There has to be multiple things because circumstances and situations. There's just so much difference. So I don't think there, yeah, I genuinely, okay. Yeah, so I think I agree at some point that love language is it's not a scam, but it's not just like one thing. Like, oh, love language. What's your love language? My love language is, as I mentioned, reassurance, but that can't fix everything. I need other things to like, you know, I don't know. I think it's an important question to ask. Obviously, some people, like, as I said, I prioritize reassurance. But does that mean that that's the only thing and that's the only thing I need? No. I'm going to need a lot more to have a successful relationship. Yes, it will help, but it's not going to be the only thing that helps, if that makes sense. I think, yeah. But yeah, when, like, as I mentioned, reassurance is a big thing for me. And I think that comes because I'm a very, 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 very psychopathic overthinker. I think a lot of people go through this, don't they? Like, I'm gonna get into this topic some other time in a deeper dive. But yeah, I overthink a lot. Like, it's just life experiences and everything have just made me this way where I overthink a lot. And especially, like, of course, I haven't had the opportunity to overthink in a romantic relationship, but even in friendships, like, there have been instances when, like, your friend texts a certain way and you're like, what happened? Like, okay, this happens with me also, okay? So I am also on the other end of this because sometimes I text very dry. And so one of my friends who also overthinks a lot has the same issue with me, and she's like, what happened? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, no, you just put one Y after okay. So I'm like, girl, no, I'm just in the train and I didn't feel like writing okay. I just want to write okay, done. So I guess I also do the same thing, but yeah, like, instances like that. And then obviously when you say something and the other person feels bad and you're just like, oh my gosh, did I say that much? Did I do that much? Why? Like, so many thoughts go there. And then obviously self-esteem, insecurities, da 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 da. All of these things factor into overthinking, don't they? So I think in relationships, especially if you have an overthinking partner, definitely be a little bit more reassuring. That's what they need at the end of the day, I think. There was this one post where it was like, I'm an overthinker, and the guy on the dating app was like, I'll over explain. I found that so hot. I was like, God damn, that's so hot. I'm an overthinker. I'll over explain. Ah, okay. Okay, over explain, sir. I'm ready. Okay. Okay, yeah. I have to be going somewhere. So I'm going to end the podcast here today. But I love you guys, I guess. And hope you have a good day. And tell me what you think about love languages and what is your love languages. Okay? I'm not just telling you to tell me one. And do you agree with me? Or I don't know if I really gave you something to agree with, but what are your thoughts about it? And yeah, I don't think I did like a full circle moment here, even though I thought I was gonna connect the dog thing to the overthinking thing. Yeah, but like I think over if I have to conclude this and just say one last sentence, it would just be that the thing is dogs do reciprocate the same loyalty and energy because they like when you go somewhere they're waiting for you to come back home, and then when you're on back home wag their tail and they're like so excited to see you. That's the kind of reassurance I need. So that's why I would choose a dog over a cat. This processing moment has been anything but chaotic. No, it's not been anything. Wait, how do you say it? It's been nothing but chaotic. So I hope you enjoyed it. Okay. We're trying to think of more topics. We're trying to think what's going on inside. We're trying to like really figure this part out a little bit. Okay. So join me back again for another processing moment and keep processing, guys, because it's important, clearly. Otherwise, you're gonna look like this, just a crazy girl, you know? Okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm over. My thoughts have finished. So should this video. Okay, I'm just gonna stop now. Okay, bye, you guys. I love you. I guess, and I'll see you guys later.